Hello, friends. Welcome to Chasing English, your cozy place to read, listen, shadow, and practice easy English every day. Here we speak slowly and clearly. We use simple, friendly words. We learn English, and we also learn about the mind and the heart. If you practice with us a little bit each day, reading, listening, shadowing, and reflex, your English will grow, and your inner strength will grow too. Tonight, let me tell you a gentle story about you. Picture this. It is late. Your room is quiet. The air is cool. A soft light sits on your desk. Your phone is on the bed beside you. You try to sleep, but your thoughts are loud. Your chest feels heavy. You smile for others in the daytime, but in the night you whisper, "Why do I think like this? Why do I feel so low?" You are not weak. You are not broken. You are a human who learned many messages long ago, and some of those messages were not kind. In this story, the main character is you. You live in a small, warm room with a window that shows the city lights. On the shelf, there is a notebook. On the wall, there is a simple poster that says, "Small steps every day." You are smart and kind, but your mind sometimes feels like a room with many boxes open. Old memories speak. Old fears repeat. It feels like a loop, the same song playing again and again. Soon you will meet Daniel and Amira, two people who also fight with heavy thoughts. Daniel is funny and good, but he hears a voice that says, "You will fail." Amira is bright and caring, but her mirror whispers, "You are not enough." Their stories will help you see your own story with gentle eyes. Before we go deeper, I want to share the first quiet truth. Your mind is like a recording machine. When you were small, it recorded words, faces, feelings, without asking. A teacher's smile, a friend's laugh, a parent's fear, a moment of shame. Now, when life gets hard, the recording plays again. That is why a thought like, "I'm not good enough," can appear so fast. It is not the real you. It is an old tape. Here at Chasing English, we will learn how to see the tape and then change it. Not by shouting at it, not by saying, "Stop, stop, stop," but by learning where the thought came from and choosing a kinder line to play next. We will do it with simple steps you can use today, in your room, at your desk, on your walk, or on the bus. How we will practice together? Very easy. Reading. Read the lines of this story out loud, slowly. Listening. Play the story again and listen once with calm breathing. Shadowing. Play it again and speak with me, line by line. Reflex. Ask yourself one quick question and answer in one short sentence. For example, what feeling is here now? I feel worry and I am safe. Your first small mission is simple. Take your notebook from the shelf. Write a title, 3 thoughts I think too much. Under it, list 3 thoughts that come again and again. For each thought, write 2 short answers. Where did this thought come from? Who taught me to think this way? You may be surprised. Many thoughts did not start with you. If a thought was given, it can be returned. In this story, we will move step by step. We will learn about the hidden loops that trap us, how to stop feeding the enemy inside, how to clean the mental room each day, and how to replace a harsh voice with a kind one. We will also learn to talk to ourselves like someone we love, to cut quiet triggers, and to turn pain into power. All of this in clear, simple English, so you grow stronger in your language and in your life. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart. Say softly, "I am learning." Good. You have already begun. Where negative thoughts come from. Now let's walk gently into the first part of our story. It begins with a simple question. Where do negative thoughts come from? Most people try to fight their thoughts. They say, "I should stop thinking like this. I must be stronger. I need to be happy." But this fight feels heavy. Why? Because the real problem is not the thought itself. The real problem is where the thought was born, the subconscious mind. Inside you, there is a quiet place called the subconscious mind. Imagine it like a big recording machine. From the time you were a small child, it recorded everything without asking you first. The way your parents spoke when you made a mistake, the look on your teacher's face when you answered wrong, the laughter of other kids when you fell down, the fear in your family's eyes when money was short, the pain of being ignored or rejected. All of these moments were recorded. And now, as an adult, those old recordings play again as thoughts. When you hear inside your head, I'm not good enough. I always fail. Nobody really loves me. That is not the real you speaking. It is only the tape of old memories. Daniel's story. Let me tell you about Daniel. He is 26 years old. He is smart, kind, and funny. But whenever Daniel starts something new, a job, a project, or a relationship, he quits. Why? Because inside his mind, a voice says, you will fail. Why even try? You are not made for this. Daniel believes this voice. He feels small and he gives up. But the truth is simple. When Daniel was only 9 years old, he stood in front of his class to present a school project. He was nervous. His voice was shaking. He read one word wrong. The whole class laughed. Even his teacher smiled. Daniel went home crying. He did not tell anyone. But that one moment became a scar inside his subconscious mind. That scar became a voice. That voice became a belief. And that belief has been controlling Daniel's life ever since. The detective work. So what about you? When a thought comes, I'm not good enough, don't fight it like an enemy. Instead, look at it like a detective. Ask yourself, where did this thought come from? Who made me believe this? What old memory is connected here? When you start asking these questions, something magical happens. The thought begins to lose its power. Your small mission. Tonight, take 10 quiet minutes. Sit with a pen and paper. At the top, write 3 negative thoughts I think often. For each thought, ask yourself, where did this come from? Who taught me this? You may be shocked at your answers. You will see that most negative thoughts did not start with you. They were given to you by family, teachers, friends, or strangers. But if they were given, you can also give them back. The invisible loops. Now that we understand where negative thoughts come from, let's move to the next part of the story. The loops. What is a loop? A loop is like a song stuck in your head. It plays again and again. You try to ignore it, it gets louder. You try to fight it, it pushes back harder. A loop is a cycle. Trigger. Something small happens. You are ignored. You make a mistake. You see someone doing better than you. Thought. An old belief wakes up. I'm not good enough. I always fail. They don't care about me. Emotion. You feel pain, fear, or shame. Reaction. You do something negative. Maybe you cry quietly, scroll endlessly, eat junk food, or hide away. Guilt. You feel bad about your reaction. You think, why am I like this? That guilty feeling becomes the new trigger and the loop starts again. Amira's story. Let me tell you about Amira. She is 24, a bright and beautiful student. But she lived inside a painful loop. Her day looked like this. Morning, she looked in the mirror. Why am I so ugly? At school, she saw people laughing together. Why don't I have friends? Maybe I'm not likable. In class, she made a small mistake. Now they think I'm stupid. At night, she scrolled Instagram. She is so pretty. She is so confident. She has a boyfriend. I have nothing. Then she lay in bed and cried quietly. No one knew. But here is the truth. None of these things were real threats. They were only mental traps. Amira's loop was so strong that she thought the pain was her reality. How to break a loop? You don't break a loop by fighting the thought. You break a loop by breaking the pattern. You cannot always stop the trigger. You cannot always stop the thought. You cannot always stop the first emotion. But you can choose a new reaction. One day, Amira learned a simple idea from a therapist. When the thought comes, don't argue. Don't fight. Just say, interesting thought. Then do something small and kind. So the next morning, when the mirror whispered, you look terrible, Amira didn't cry. She smiled a little, fake at first, and whispered, interesting thought. She made tea. She played a happy song. She wore earrings. She went to class and said hello to one person. That small choice broke the loop for that day. And one small win can create another. Your small mission. Tonight, write this question in your notebook. What loop do I live inside every day? Then answer these steps. What is the trigger? What is the thought? What is the emotion? What is the reaction? Then write one new reaction you will try next time. Something small, something real. Instead of scrolling, take a short walk. Instead of hiding, say hello to one person. Instead of saying, I'm a failure, say, I am still learning. Even one tiny change can break the machine. Stop feeding the enemy inside. Now that you know about the loops, let's talk about something just as important: what you feed your mind. The garden in your mind. Imagine your mind as a beautiful open garden. Whatever you plant grows. Whatever you water becomes strong. Whatever you allow in becomes part of your world. So ask yourself, what am I planting every day? If you water fear, fear grows. If you water hope, hope grows. But here's the problem. Many people keep feeding their garden with poison without even knowing. The black mirror. Think of a big black mirror on the wall, but this mirror doesn't show your true face. It shows your deepest insecurity, your biggest fear, your darkest memory. Every morning, you stand in front of it. Every night, you look again. Slowly, this mirror decides how you feel. That mirror is often your phone. The photo that whispers, you are not pretty enough. The video that says, you are behind in life. The comment that says, you will never make it. And the sad truth, you chose to look into that mirror every day. 3 ways people feed negativity. Information overload. Scrolling for hours. You think, I don't care. I'm just watching. But your subconscious records every image, every word. After 10 days, you feel tired and empty, not because of your life, but because of what you consumed. Toxic repetition. Songs and videos that repeat sad messages. Nobody loves me. I'm not good enough. I want to disappear. Your brain doesn't understand just a song. It only understands what you hear again and again. Negative talk. Conversations about hate, betrayal, unfairness. If this is your daily language, then negativity becomes your daily food. A glass of water. Let me show you a picture. Imagine a clear glass of water. One day, someone drops a little ink inside. The water changes slightly, but still looks okay. The next day, another drop and another. Slowly, the water becomes dark, not because it was bad, but because it was fed with poison, drop by drop. This is your mind. Your thoughts are the water, and the ink is the content, the music, the words, the people around you. How to stop feeding the enemy. Clean your feed like your fridge. You would not eat rotten food, so don't watch rotten content. Unfollow pages that make you feel small. Mute people who only show fake perfection. Delete apps if needed. Replace, don't resist. Don't only stop bad input. Add good input. Listen to calming music. Read one page of a growth book. Watch a story that inspires you. Morning and night detox. The first 30 minutes after waking and the last 30 before sleep are the most powerful times. Don't scroll. Don't compare. Instead, breathe. Write 3 things you are thankful for. Say one kind sentence to yourself. Today, I protect my mind. Your small mission. Write this in your notebook. What 3 things am I feeding my mind that are hurting me? Then ask, what will I feed my mind instead, starting now? Because your mind is not broken. It has only been badly fed. And if you change the food, you change the life. Replace, be kind, and turn pain into power. You have learned where negative thoughts come from, how loops trap you, and how to stop feeding the enemy inside. Now let's take the last step. Replacing the old voice with a new one, speaking kindly to yourself, and turning pain into power. Replace, don't fight. When a negative thought comes, most people try to fight it. They say, stop thinking this. Why am I like this? But fighting makes the thought stronger. The secret is simple. Don't fight, replace. Imagine a sad song playing on the radio. If you scream at the radio, the song won't stop. But if you change the station, the music changes. Your mind works the same way. For example, old thought, I always fail. Replacement, I learn faster because I've failed before. Old thought, nobody cares about me. Replacement, there are people who love me even if I forget sometimes. Old thought, I'm too sensitive. Replacement, I feel deeply and that is my strength. Every time you replace, you are writing a new script in your mind. Talk to yourself with love. Ask yourself, if my best friend felt this way, what would I say to them? Then say those same words to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror. Look into your own eyes. Whisper, I'm trying. I'm still here. I forgive you. Be gentle. You are not your enemy. You are your own garden. Water it with kind words. Cut quiet triggers. Sometimes the pain stays because small things keep bringing it back. A toxic friend, a group chat, a place, a habit. Healing is not about proving strength. Healing is about protecting your peace. It's okay to step away. It's okay to say, this drains me. I choose something better. Turn pain into power. Think of the Japanese art kintsugi. When a broken bowl is repaired with gold, the cracks become beautiful. They show history and strength. Your pain is the same. Every scar, every tear, every lonely night, it can become the gold that makes you wiser, kinder, and stronger. Stop saying, I was broken. Start saying, I am rebuilding. Your last mission. Write down 3 negative thoughts you had this week. Write a replacement for each. Put them on a small paper or sticky note. Read them every morning. Little by little, your new voice will become stronger than the old one. My friend, you have reached the end of this story, but not the end of your journey. You now know. You are not your thoughts. You can break the loops. You can protect your mind. You can replace pain with power. At Chasing English, we learn more than language. We learn how to heal and grow with words. If you practice a little every day, reading, listening, shadowing, and reflex, your English will grow and your heart will grow too. So keep practicing daily. Take small steps with love. Remember, you are worthy, you are learning, and you are becoming stronger each day. Thank you for reading, for listening, and for staying. You belong here. This is only the beginning.